Well, it's not Friday night, but I am here. So let's just be happy. Guess what? Next week, um, one of the young ladies who submits seriously, like the majority of the slides that we show, is going to join me, and I'm going to have a co-host for DNN for the first time ever in the history of this show. It's been going on. This is the 6th season of it. Next year will be 7, where we do this show every summer. Just for those, so you guys know, yeah, I missed some weeks, with all the stuff that's going on in August. So I'm going to extend it. Yesterday would have been the last show for the season, but it's going to end at the end of September instead. So mark that on your calendars. We'll be doing Fridays or Saturdays, depending on my schedule. But, it'll end at the end of September this year instead of me shortchanging you guys. Because, it wasn't my fault either. Shit just happened. But in spite of one's best plans, things go awry. But we're going to work. We're going to, work with it, what happened, and just make it work. Okay. And then remember, too, tomorrow we're having a Sunday sermon on this topic right here. And I'll be going over some of the things that people shared with me, very common behaviors. And the thing that's so shocking is that they knew, they saw it, they were aware of the problems and kept going in the relationship anyway. And so that was what we're going to talk about is, the stuff that people just choose to ignore and then why they do it. Okay, so that'll be tomorrow. That's on deck for starting at 5 Pacific, which is 8 if you're on the East Coast, and 7 if you're on Central Time. So that'll be tomorrow. So let's get started. Did I load this up? Oh, oops, I haven't even loaded it up yet. Hold on a second. There we go. Here we go with the Dusty News Network show of August 31st. If you have not already, please hit the like button for this broadcast and the subscribe button so you can become a subscriber to this channel. I think we're hitting our next big goal is what, 33,000, something like that, which, is good, but considering the quality of the content here, it's not that big of a deal, but it is what it is. So we're still looking for more content since we're going to be expanding, continuing the show on through September. This is how you submit things by emailing your screenshots or whatever you've downloaded or whatever to survivingdating@gmail.com. We cannot use any videos. I cannot use anybody's music. So, if you have, it can only be still images that are widely available on the internet. And that's it. That's all I can use. So you take a screenshot of it and send it in, make the subject line DNN or Dusty News, and then we will consider it for an upcoming show. We got 4 more broadcasts to do, I think, 4 or 5 more to go. Okay. So good likelihood that yours will be included. And like the show, every single slide on this show, all the content it can be attributed to one of these 3 people. So Raquel B, Vanna P, or Aisha M. I didn't put their last name. One of them 3 folks. Okay. Home, where the hoe and me come together. Okay, isn't that about the most dustiest thing you've ever seen in your life? Can you imagine? I couldn't have something like that on my door because I could just see one of my aunties or somebody One of my old relatives come to the house and see that shit. Oh my God, that would not work. But I thought it was funny and very extremely dusty. Okay, look at Tony. He say, "My name is Tony. I am 39. I have 15 children by 12 different women. I own 2 houses. My other house I inherited after my wife passed away. I'm 5'7". I'm a pharmaceutical salesman." What kind of pharmaceuticals? That left a big question mark in my mind. "I'm looking for a submissive woman. I adhere to the great Kevin Samuels. No hefty woman. Edited, I'm add in the beard." So that picture right there, the one right next to the typing, you can see he's got, beard on his face. On the but the other ones he's clean shaven. Because y'all don't understand. When I grow the beard out, it's all over. Ladies love it. Yeah. Now them 12 different women that had his kids, I need to find them and take, they do the tortilla challenge where they slap you with a tortilla on TikTok. I mean, I wouldn't want to hit them with something more devastating than that, but they needed at least a tortilla slap for doing what they did with this dude and then having a baby that looks like that. Why would you want to do that to your kid? Yeesh. Dusty. I don't even know what to say. Yeah, that's what I thought too, DP, because I was like, you know, because I mean, I know some, I've met some real pharmaceuticals and like to go to hospitals and doctor's offices and stuff like that. And they always look different. They look better because part of their look is, they have to be attractive to get past the nurses, to get to the doctors. And even if the female doctors or whatever, I mean, whatever it is, they usually have a visual, a very positive, very engaging, very attractive physical presentation. I ain't seeing that here. So, yeah, let's move on. Hey, isn't that Future? Isn't that cartoon Future? Two incomes are better than one. Get your bag, kings. I heard a story where a lady was giving money to men. Giving money to men. I knew this white girl who found a dude. She was an attorney, and she went. I don't know how it happened. Met this dude that was in prison, and so when he came out, he came to her house. He was living with her, and he brought his kid because he didn't want to pay child support. She bought him a car. She did all the stuff. I mean, she wasn't the cutest thing, but she was an attorney, and she worked at a big firm, and she was making major bank. And she hooked up with a Dusty from a convict. I will never understand it in my life. Yeah, he got 5011 kid. I know. So any bag he getting it going to child support. What a fool. Okay, this was funny. She trying to flex. Her, I don't eat unless my kids are eating too. Me, look at that one plate just for himself. She just sitting there looking at him eat. And then he's up there like, too bad you forgot your wallet, girl, because the food is so delicious. Oh my God, he's so dusty. But you can't be flexing with other people's money like that. Guys have told me stories where girls do stuff like that, or they go, like they take them out, and then when it's time to get ready to go, she start ordering to go shit for her kids and thinking that he gonna pay for it, stuff like that. Well, he ain't the kid because he paying, right? He's paying, and he didn't buy any food for her kids. So yeah, I don't eat unless my kids are eating too. Oh, okay. So dude busted out his friend. He busted out his friend. Holuwarotomi. Okay, he said my guy didn't reply to his girl for 2 weeks and told me that, quote, you got to give him time to miss you, end quote. And now she got a new man. Yeah. But good for her. She followed the Deb school. It's like match energy. You gonna disappear? I'm gonna disappear too, and I'm gonna disappear into the place where I get somebody new. that knows how to respond to my texts and stuff. Don't be playing these stupid games. I don't understand dudes that want to do that kind of stuff. They do that thing where they see, like, okay, like say they get your number, right? Then they will have all these reasons why they don't want to call you like right away. They want to wait for days or a week or something. And I remember having this conversation on Blog Talk with some guys who called in. I was like, why do you guys do that? And they said that they do it because it's supposed to like help her build interest or something. I said that's not how that works. If you are interested in her, you need to let her know right away, because she gonna like blank you, and you're gonna be calling her and she gonna be like, who? Where do we meet? And it'll be real. It won't be like fake. Because if you want to get with a woman, you got to let her know what your intentions are, and you need to do that right away. I've had guys that were so into it, they sit there, okay, what's your number? You give them the number, right? They call it right there. So then that's how you get their number too. They say, well, save my number. It's a slick little trick, but it's also a way to double check and make sure you didn't give them a fake number. So it's a double-edged thing. They don't be having a conversation because you're right there in their face, but that's how they do it. So you get their number and they verify that the number that you gave them is a real number. And then they know when they go home, if they call you that night, the next morning, the next afternoon, whatever, it's going to be your real number. So, yeah, I don't know why they do that. And then they want to wait, like, well, the woman is excited. I mean, that's why she gave you her number. And she's excited about dealing with you. And then you just sit there and wait and stuff like you so popular that that you're so busy that she gonna have to wait. By the time she gets fed up with your stupid games and your juvenile behavior pattern, you're not gonna get nothing from her. You idiot. You call her, you get the girl's number, you call her that day, the next day, if you just say, hey, I just wanted to say, I really enjoyed talking to you and stuff. Well, I'll call you like tomorrow or something, after work, after school, we're both comfortable and we can have a good conversation. I just want to touch base. Good night. Okay, that's all you had to do. And you could do that the first day you meet her. Ain't nobody saying that you're not gonna look desperate doing that. But dudes have it in their mind somehow that if they call a woman, quote, too soon, that it makes them look thirsty and desperate. What it makes you be is like this dude where she next your ass. That's what happens. Dude, I'm sick of paying all these bills. I guess that's supposed to be a Halloween party or something, but so he dressed up like a patient. That shit was funny. How do people have so many bills though? I don't understand. I mean, you pay for your mortgage, you pay for your insurance, house, and the insurance for the house is in the mortgage note. So, and then you pay for your car if you got a note, and you pay for your car insurance, and you pay for your lights, and you pay for your gas and water. What I mean, one credit card maybe. What kind of bills do people have that's more than that? I just can't call it. Okay, this young lady, Shantae, is concerned that this guy is going to have some childlike looking life-size dolls and that they're going to replace women, and she's concerned about that. She's like, ladies, be careful. If we don't act right, the men will replace us with life-size dolls. They'll be living their best life without us. 100. Please live your best life without me. Please do that. Let me invite you to do that. Let me escort you over there to where they do that at. I don't care about all this kind of stuff. And like I said the other day when that fool was on the channel, one thing you do not do to a Cooper is try to threaten us, because we're gonna make you eat that shit, and you're gonna have to ante up to prove it. So he's a Dusty, and he got like, and that short one. I mean, except for the hairstyle. I mean, like, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Giggles. It gave me the ick. It gave me the ick. Like the other one looks like it could be a teen, like 15-year-old, and the other one looked like a 12-year-old. And he up there posing with him. And then the one where he's sitting, I guess that one looks a little older. But I'm just getting like ick factor times 1,000 from this whole scenario here. Exactly. I'm not. I'm not a threat. I mean, I'm not threatened by that at all. And you know, any woman who is an idiot. You should be looking at the quality of the man, and any man who would resort to that kind of thing, you wouldn't want him anyway. So why would you hold that up as an example of something to aspire for, aspire to get, to keep around? Like that's getting a man with that mentality is an accomplishment. Wrestling him away from a doll, you done something. Girl, if you don't get your mind right, ooh, Lord have mercy. Yeah, weirdo. Well, you know, I'm tired of sleeping alone like they got room for somebody else in that twin bed. Worst is the ones that sleep in a pallet on the floor or they have a mattress on the floor. No, thank you. I've been a girl like that. I went to her house. Like I was going to use, she was going to be one of my models when I was trying to build my portfolio. When I was doing photography. And a cute girl, you know, so I was going to do some pictures of her. And I went to her house to pick her up. So she's like, oh, I'm not ready yet. So she come on up. So I came in. It was like a little studio apartment. No, not, I mean, big enough for one person. It wouldn't work for me though, because I get claustrophobia. I need space. But you know, she had this little like mattress, little twin size mattress on the floor. But when she stepped out the door, she looked like $1,000,000. She spent all her money on hair weave and nails and all this kind of stuff, and not furniture. I was like, wow. I didn't know what to say. Don't we run into this a lot, ladies, online, where they be talking about how men are the leaders, men are the head of the household, women need to submit, men are the providers, right? And then some women say, okay, well, we sit back, cross our legs, and say, okay, well, then provide. Well, wow, you know, it's too hard. I can't do it by myself. I need some help. Yeah, half of Instagram folks, really. Damn, Mo just like busting out people. That's terrible. So yeah, this is I don't know what to say about these kind of dudes and the women that mess with them. Okay, by the time you had to have this conversation with somebody, and you know he complains about being a provider, but he has all kind of stuff roles he wants you to fulfill, but he don't want to fulfill the one that requires him to step up and be, you know, the sole financial person responsible for the finances. Then and you still want to fuck with him? You stupid. If you're gonna have a dude or you contributing and you working and stuff too, that's fine. If whatever y'all work out. But then he can't be crowing with like this about I'm in charge, I'm running shit, I'm the provider, I'm the lead. No, we lead, we provide, we. This is a partnership. And you don't run shit here but your mouth. And see, when men hear it like that, then they get, you know, confused. Well, but I'm supposed to be the leader, me and the natural leaders. No, you are not natural anything because otherwise we would be having this conversation. You would have stepped up and run with it and been doing everything you need to do, including having two jobs, if you was gonna really be the head of the household and the main, you know, breadwinner. But you're not. You need all this help. So you sit over there and you shut up and you do some dishes and laundry and everything else just like everybody else. Yeah, paying 50-50. Please. I wish I would. Okay, so this is another conversation along those lines where this woman, his wife said she's not going to contribute to the mortgage payment because with him because that means they're living above their means if she has to quote help him. As a man, you are the leader. That's one thing. Black men, they always online talking about we are the leaders. We are the natural leaders. They just I can't even tell you how many times I've heard that phrase. We are men are natural leaders. We're the heads. You know, we need to submit. I need a submissive woman. All this kind of stuff. But your ass is broke. So you don't get to have nobody submit to you. It's gonna be mutual submission because everybody, the mutual people is making everything work. It ain't just you. You ain't no shot caller and big baller. You just broke. Okay. You need a woman to step up and help you and do half. So you don't you know that's not how it works. I'm just telling you. That was the big thing like in the early 2000s. Oh my God. All them brothers was online talking about black men and natural leaders. A lot of them got kicked off of YouTube because they were like harassing all the black women and making these nasty videos and stuff. Once Google took over, when it was YouTube, it was harder. But when Google bought them out, the whole scenario, the whole layout of YouTube changed, and they started closing on people's accounts right and left. Because Google ain't about that life. They were run by Christian people. They just now, after all these years, got to where you can cuss and stuff on the videos, and they still let you monetize them. Before, if you said shit on a video, they demonetized it because they know it was just a real Christian based thing. But they've, I guess shareholders have levied, kind of mellowed them out, and they say we can't make money with you acting like this. So now they have these different levels, where you can get some ads or no ads, or it's blocked completely from ads based upon the content and the language that you use and the images that you show. But they used to not be like that. You just say one thing and your video was blocked. They was not playing. So it's taken about 12, 15 years for them to get to the point where they are now. So that's, if your boyfriend spends a whole day without saying a word to you, just know that the other relationship is going really well. So then you sit there, and I was like, well, which other relationship? The relationship that she has with the man who is talking to her, or the relationship that he has with the woman that he is talking to, because it ain't you. That left me with going like, that really wasn't clear to me. But maybe I'm reading too much into it. But whatever. I mean, whoever I don't play that silent treatment shit. You do that for like more than 2 hours and stuff. You open your mouth. I'm gonna give you some time to get your mind right and your thoughts together and your anger and control and all that kind of stuff. 2 or 3 hours. But after that, we need to have a conversation, because this should be going on and on. And when people don't be talking to each other and in the same household for a week and all this stuff that people do, we're not doing that. Okay, Dusty, lying about his accomplishments. Dusty. Okay, I'm 22 and I just bought my first home after years of working hard. You can do it too. Okay, look at the ceiling. Look at the ceiling up there. He's in like a showroom, like I don't want to say Home Depot, but some kind of showroom where you buy cabinets, most likely where they sell cabinets and stuff. And that's where he is. Those are nice cabinets though. And he's looking, trying to play potato fraud like he bought a house. But there's another evidence up there, dude. You should have cropped better. Yes, I mean, just a perpetrating Dusty, just a perpetrating. I was looking at it right, and then my eyes went up to the top of the thing, and I saw that warehouse looking piping and stuff. I was like, oh no, he did not. Dusty ass. Okay. Woo, Lord, save us all from this. What is that on his face? It looked like in Star Trek. Remember they had them tribbles? It looked like he got 2 tribbles. And he believes that women will leave their men for him once they see him and his beard. All I can say is mental illness is real. Mental illness is real, because ain't shit about this dude that is cute. You look like a fool. It looked like he had a beard and he stuck his finger in an electric socket and the hair went, Vee! That's what it looked like. And all these sharp headlines, where they be trimmed, they shape it up with the razor and stuff. I don't like that look. It looks glued on or something to me. I just not a fan. But I see it a lot on social media where they be shaping people up with the razor and it be all crispy like that. Yeah, I just can't do it. Can't do it. Okay, now this is interesting. You guys can make a comment. How many of you agree with her? She says, that was a good, that's Mama Monster for the win. This woman says that she's only going to date men who are raised in a 2-parent household, because she can't date a man raised, well, I think she means solely by his mother anymore. I'm not going to say that that's the answer, because there are too many 2-parent households where there's domestic violence, there's alcoholism, there's drug abuse, there's a lot of cheating, lying, and corner cutting going on. A lot of emotional upheaval for the children and the 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 woman. So really, it depends on how the son is raised. Whether because sometimes he might have been raised by his grandparents, grandma, grandpa, whatever. Um, I think it's more. It has to be kind of in my mind. This is just my thinking. It has to be an individual basis. There's some single mothers, they don't coddle their sons at all. Sons grow up to be straight, upright citizens, and ain't about the noise because they know the mother will put her foot in their ass, and she ain't having it. And then there's some with fathers who baby them and want to do everything for them and don't want to teach them nothing. So the boys aren't prepared for manhood at all because the fathers haven't taught them anything, or the father's technically there, but not really. He's not really emotionally spending time with his son. Doesn't teach him anything. Don't do nothing with him. He just goes to work and comes home. So you know, yeah, there you go. Too toxic, exactly. I think that has to be an individual assessment. Look at the guy, look at who raised him, and look at the end product. If the end product is cool and his mind is right, then because at a certain point, we all become the person that we want to be. Okay, we're not the person our parents want us to be. We're who we want to be. This is verified by the fact that some people raised really well decide to go off the deep end and end up in prison for life and stuff like that. Their parents didn't raise them that way. The parents are shocked and appalled and in tears and stuff. I saw this one show. Okay, I've been watching these crime shows. This little white boy with his friend broke in this old lady's house. She was in her 80s, minding her own business in her chair, watching TV, not bothering nobody. And they beat her and killed her. And then he R her, an 80-something-year-old woman, and then put her body in a closet. Now, the parents are hearing this from the police. They were hysterical. The father just broke down and just I don't think that man ever get his mind back right. And they just couldn't believe it. They just were like, he wasn't raised like that. They don't know where that came from. And see, this is that errant gene thing I keep talking about. The stupid motherfucker gene. You got to look at people's history when you start getting ready to have a kid with somebody. It ain't just them. Look at them grandparents and them aunts and uncles and stuff. And look and see what kind of violence and mental illness and stuff and afflictions and birth defects, all kind of stuff they have it scattered through the family before you have a baby by somebody. Yeah, he's a straight psychopath. And so the parents, though, I will never forget. My heart just broke for them, and you just the devastation. So that's what I'm saying. You have to look at how they're raised is one thing, but after someone's an adult, they decide who they're going to be and how they're going to roll in the world. It doesn't matter how they were raised anymore. It doesn't matter. They can either embrace that, or they can leave it alone. Because sometimes people turn out really good and they came from really shitty, situations with foster care and, parents was druggies or whatever, drunks. And the kids come out fine. They go to college, they do all the stuff, and they are really accomplished and stable individuals. So you just never know. Though I say it, I'm not going to put that blame on a parent. I'm going to say that a man is going to become the kind of man that he wants to be. And you just have to, as a grown woman, assess the grown men that come into your life and figure out if he's the right dude for you or not. Individual basis. Oh, it was one boy. Yeah, this was, I think, it was at least two. I know he went in with at least one friend. It might have been two more besides him. But yeah, they all went down. But this kid was the one who, uh, did the most. The others helped him break in, but they didn't do anything to the woman. He did everything to the woman, but they did, help him break in. I remember that part. They were like, we ain't doing that. Okay, dude got busted. He's no stroke game having Dusty. So his side piece he went through her phone and he's like, well, why'd she text my baby mama talking about I test drove your ninja and you can keep that lemon. I almost put that in the Savage Awards, but I thought it was funnier than it was Savage. Yeah, he don't have no stroke game. Like she said, she test drove it, and she's like, I don't want this. You can keep this. So yeah, must be something along those lines, right? Look at this shit right here. Someone said this is the quote, I live with my baby mama, but we not together bed. And partition in the middle. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Yeah, you know what no stroke game is. This is tea and it's got a little bit of wine in it. Not a good combination. Yes. Okay. Look at this. This man is agreeing with him. Okay, so the other one's no stroke game having. This guy obviously is in the same trick bag because he's like, I don't give a shit what anybody says. Nook nook with younger, less experienced females is always better. The problem with women who have been with lots of men is that they're far more prone to say mean things about Joe Johnson and how bad you are at nook nook. That's because they know they have the experience. They've been with skilled lovers and they know that you ain't in that category. So they want to get with girls who don't know no better and just, accept it, just thinking that that's the norm. Ladies, yeah, he told on himself. And the other one co-signed on it. So they both told on themselves. But I always said, now see, but remember, like for the last 20 something years, there's been this contingent of men online that say that they want a V. They're very concerned about how much mileage a woman has and how many partners she's been with. I've always said it was because of this, because they are concerned that she's had better and that she's going to tell them how much better it was and that they're scared of that. So by getting somebody who doesn't have any experience, that's a fear that gets eliminated because she won't have any basis for comparison. That's why they want a V. And nobody believed me. They said, no, it's not that. I said, yeah, yes, it is. Because otherwise, a man who knows has experience, he wants somebody who can match his ass step by step. He wants to be turned out too. And he's not afraid of, he ain't trying to teach nobody. That's not what he's there for. He's out there to have his back put out and his toes curled. That ain't gonna happen with a V. She don't know. Most of the time they be scared of it. Whereas a woman who's been around the block and been married and all this kind of stuff, she'd be like, oh, let me take a hold of that thing and show you a few tricks here, son. And the dude be like cuddling his pillow and suckling his thumb afterwards she get done with his ass. It's like, oh my God, I didn't know it could be so good. Yeah. Well, they learn. They soon learn. Okay, so Laurent, Laurent with the reality check. If you're not happy single, try dating apps. You'll still be single, but you appreciate it a lot more. Judging by everything that you guys have said and that have device letters that come through on this channel from the people that are dealing with them dating apps, this is a true statement. Because how many people did that? They be on the apps right? They're like, oh my God, I'm not using the apps anymore. I'm just gonna give up on dating. I'm just gonna be free. And so they arrive at this, but he's suggesting that you make this a conscious decision before you put yourself through all that trauma. Yes. You're right, CC. My next relationship gonna be so private. I'm not even gonna be in it. Ooh. I wonder what's gonna happen in 20 years if things keep going the way that they're going. I've been thinking about this too. Because you sent that one? It's I mean, worldwide, women are just getting sick of men's shit. Just getting sick of them. And so, the interest in getting married is falling. The interest in having their kids is like dried up. Especially then they did away with, termination options. So that means more and more women are not going don't want to even mess with them because they don't want to risk getting pregnant. So men thinking they're going to try to force somebody to have a baby. No, what you really gonna do is make sure that you don't have no air. That's what you're doing. That's what's going to happen. Yeah, that's what I was talking about on the show the other night, DP. I think he said 2045, that 45% of women would be single and childless. That's what it said. And I was disappointed because I thought it would be higher, like more like 85%. But, that's just a projection in 2024 for what's going to be happening 20 years from now. They don't really know. So, we'll see what happens. But I tell you, all these people with all this mental illness and all these anxieties and bipolars and whatnot like that, they don't need to have any kids. They don't have mental and emotional faculties for it, for child rearing. So that group right there, they don't need to have any kids. Yeah, women are just sick of men. I don't even understand the apps. I keep threatening. Like I said, I was threatening for years. I was going to get on one and set up a profile, but I've lost interest. Okay, y'all really be wilding at Walmart. That's why they not open 24 hours no more. This person then ate a whole chicken and even went and got them some hot sauce off the shelf to eat with their chicken that they stole. They have food at the soup kitchens and churches and stuff. You don't have to go in the store stealing their stuff like that. Get a meal all day at the homeless shelters and whatnot, soup kitchens and whatnot. I know, isn't that embarrassing? But they say, well, I can't just steal chicken. I need it to taste right. So let me wander down the aisle of spices and seasonings and grab me a bottle of hot sauce. And look how much of it they use too, a lot. Is it? I guess because I don't really go in the stores. I know it costs more money, but I'm an Instacart fool. I just want them to bring the shit to my house. Every once in a while, I'll go into a store, but I go in, I get the two or three things that I'm looking for, and then I'm out. That's ridiculous. That's just amazing. But see, that's why a lot of grocery stores keep leaving in the hood. They're not in the hood because people they start closing them up. So I don't know what the people gonna do for food. They're gonna have to get on a bus or somewhere and go really far. Wow. I can't imagine. First of all, I'm not eating that shit. If I cook some chicken, I'm cooking it at my house because I want to know what's in it and how long it's been sitting around and whatnot like that. I don't want nobody having opened it up and had a snack off of it before they close the thing back up and get to me. No, I'm good. The only place I might buy one is Costco because you could see them bring it out from the back and they sit it there and then you grab it before anybody else has even a chance to even look at it too much. And they do, I don't even know how many rotisserie chickens they sell every day. And the price is good. So every so often I'll get one of those. Make chicken and dumplings and chicken salad sandwiches. And, like I make a whole bunch of stuff with the one chicken because it's just me. Always match energy. I started to wear my match energy shirt because I had this on. And then I took it off and put this on because I have red on today. But isn't it the truth? I don't know how many of you have had men talk about this with you ladies through the history of your life. But I've had a couple. I wasn't really dating them. They were just talking about it, esoterically, generally, vaguely, hypothetically, kind of just a conversation. That's something that they would like to do. But I'm not stupid enough to know that they wasn't thinking that I was going to be saying, oh, yeah, well, we could do it together because I want to do, I already knew what the game was. But soon as I would say something like this, they go and they talk about, yeah, because I want to do this and that. Say, oh, yeah, that would be a good idea. Because I know you had his friend, your friend Rollo. Ooh, that motherfucker is fine. And do you think he'd be interested in something like this? They'd clam up and just get all in their feels and just lips all stuck out, huffing, puffing. That's not what I meant. That's not what I'm talking about. Well, what you talking about? Because that's what I'm talking about, because that's going to be the only kind that I would be interested in. They was eating out of the food court trays. Oh, man, people are disgusting. That is gross. Oh my God, people just doing the most. Yeah, keeping up with the Joneses, their car got declined. Oh, oh, that happened to me one time. Oh, I was so embarrassed. I should have had at least four or $5,000 in my checking account, but I had gotten identity thefted, and somebody had wrote a check. It had my name on it, but it wasn't me because I was in Oakland, and this person was like in Reno, Nevada, and they was at a Walmart there and bought a whole bunch of computer equipment and stuff, and then went somewhere else and bought some tools or something. I don't know. Anyway, they just had a good old time. Uh, and I think somebody at Walmart was in on it with them because they didn't have the right ID and all of that stuff. So I'm not really sure how that happened, but I had to close that account, and they gave me, file a police report. They gave me all my money back and everything. But yeah, when I went to get whatever it was I was trying to get, my car got declined because I didn't have enough money, and I was like, what? Okay, how can this be happening? What you talking about? And that was how I found out that I had been identity thefted. It's terrible. Yes, child. Okay, a rotary phone. They can't figure out how to use it. An analog watch where the little, that's where it's got the numbers 12, 1, 2, 3, going around, not digital, right? You got to tell the time by where the little hands are. That's what an analog watch is. A TV with no remote. You got to go up to the TV and press the buttons yourself manually and then leave directions on how to use all of the stuff in cursive. I did not realize it because my daughter's old and they still taught cursive when she was in school, but now they don't understand. They don't even teach cursive anymore. So kids they don't, how do they sign their names and stuff? It's just the weirdest thing to me. Yeah, he mad. Unbelievable. Well, yeah, when you was a teenager, see, kids do a lot of stupid stuff. I mean, I was always too scared to do anything because I always knew my father would kill me. And then after he got finished killing me, my mother would get what was left. And then my oldest brother would get a piece, and my grandparents would line up to get them a piece too. And I just was looking into my future and seeing my body and my mind and everything else that I'd held dear destroyed and beaten and just like slapped and yelled at and all kind of stuff because they would be so pissed. Then I decided that really wasn't a move I was going to make. And so I never did that. I would go with my friends and stuff. They'd be trying to shoplift and stuff. And I would leave them right there in their store because I'm not trying to be part of that. I was terrified of my parents, to tell you the truth. They did not play at all, ever, not once. So I wasn't doing those kind of fun things. I didn't do that kind of cutting school and stuff. Never did that either. Okay, we're still looking for content as we continue this show through the month of September. It's going to end on whatever that last Friday in September. I think it's the 27th. So we still need more stuff. And you've been watching, you get an idea of the kind of stuff that we use on the show. So you can send your stuff in to take a screenshot with your phone and email it to survivingdating@gmail.com with the subject line of DNN. That works. Honey, yes. Okay, I was looking at this. I'm like, God, they must be talking about me. Whoever sent this in, I know he was trying to hint at something. Man, if cousin could make you lose weight, I would swear I would be like a string bean. I'd be positively skeletal. But alas, that doesn't happen. Okay, here we go with Supreme. The little baby's cute. Help me move out my baby mama house. This little hella creative banging ass Dusty. He done set up a GoFundMe so he can get the money to move. Okay, nigga. But if once you move, how you gonna stay in the place you don't have no money? How you gonna pay the rent and the utilities and whatnot? You can't afford to move. That means you don't have no money. DP says she's scared. She's sick of these dusty GoFundMe's. Oh my God. Help me move out my baby mama house. And he got a $10,000 goal. Do you see that? He want to set up his place with new furniture and the whole nine for 10 grand. It can't cost that much to move out. I haven't seen any, but the only channels I really go on is mine. I really don't have time to go on other people's channels. So barely have time to do what I'm supposed to do on my channel. So I don't really get to see all these fun and exciting things. Ooh, no. Oh, raggedy. And dude, like, I ain't giving you no money. So when homeless people ask me for money, I need help my damn self. He holds up his little sign. Dang, DP. Well, these card notes is expensive. So if you ain't really like balling, you ain't got your money coming in on steady and enough to cover it, then you got to pick and choose. Do I pay rent? Do I pay car note? Do I pay car note? Do I pay rent? Which one do I do this month? Got to pick one. Yeah. Woo. Let's move on. Food haircut. Okay. Who sent this in? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this mess here. He got a hairdo like Cheetah. That looked like Sideshow Bob. Remember from um, Homer's The Simpsons? Sideshow Bob. He got the Sideshow Bob haircut. But they're looking like Cheetos. The Cheetos hair, he got ramen noodle hair, and he got Funyuns hair. Why would someone want to walk around in public looking like that? $2,500 for a car note. Yeah, if you got bad credit, you don't need to get a car. You should just save your money and go to one of them little lots and just pay cash. That's what you should do. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the interest rates are high. I mean, I have excellent credit and was still, a little bit more than what I was thinking I was supposed to get. I tried to negotiate and they were like, nope, but you can refinance later when the rates drop or something. So I'm like, okay. Damn, DP is so savage. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. Why would you want to walk around looking like that? Yeah, I didn't want to lease. I like to own mine. I thought about it, but then I'm like, yeah. Yeah, remember them good old days? That's probably what fucked up my knees now. You know that the San Francisco Zoo, they used to have this old cable car, right? We used to climb on that thing. We climb out, we jump out the window into the sand. And then somehow we got this brilliant idea that we was gonna climb to the top of this damn thing and jump off into the sun. Now I don't know how many feet up that was. 12, 15 feet. I mean, it was a good distance. And all of us jumping and jumping and jumping. And then one of my friends jumped and she busted her spleen and had to be taken away in an ambulance. I'll never forget that. I was like, okay, my mother, y'all ain't doing that no more. Like, okay. Yeah, but see, that's probably why I have a knee problem now. I should have been jumping off with nothing. Should have sit my ass down somewhere. Okay, this was hilarious. Dude is like, I flexed me after adding the egg to my 25-cent ramen. He's straight flexing like, hey, I'm the boss. I done chefed up some shit here. Oh my God, I was dying. This was so funny. Woo. Hey, Shay. Oh my God, that was just a stick. He just looking like, yeah, I'm the man. I'm the shiznit. Okay, yeah. There's a little bit of truth to this right here. People be posting pictures of their girlfriends, boyfriends, and all the people that they be dipping with be laughing at them. Keep telling y'all, boyfriend and girl, that don't mean shit. Don't put too much stock in it. Just means the wee wee that you getting right now. That's all that means. It ain't about nothing. Now this is true. I wish I would have had this one at the beginning of summer, so it could have been shown earlier because now the last holiday is coming up on Monday. But this is still a thing for a lot of families. They warn the kids who to stay away from and all this kind of stuff instead of telling that motherfucker not to come and stay away. That person should be the one that you tell to stay away. You shouldn't have kids stressing out to stay away from an adult who shouldn't be there if he's not safe for the children to be around. Okay, people be doing shit backwards. Like they be so scared to affront the feelings of the adult who's inappropriate. So they make the kids be responsible for their own safety and security. See, motherfuckers be just not thinking right at all. Let me find out that somebody got some weird history like that. Not only are you not coming to no event where our child is at, you better stay in your house. I don't even want to see you on the street in public. It's gonna be a problem. You pull up next to my car in the traffic, it's gonna be a problem. You show up at the library anywhere near my kids' school, anywhere near my house, it's gonna be a problem. So, I don't understand this kind of thing, but yeah, a lot of families have this problem. Is if the person's behaving inappropriately, it would be that's why the families warn them because they have a history. That's why they warn the kid. Well, so you can't wear them short pants around so and so. You have to wear long pants. You have to do so. It's all but the kid has to do the little girl has to do to adjust her childhood to try to mitigate the risk of what this inappropriate adult is going to do. And what the parents and the family members should do is tell that person who is a risk to all the kids to stay the fuck away. That's what they're supposed to do. But that's not the way that it happens. That's the problem I have with this. And these families that don't handle their business right. They just like be trying to well, what happens in this family, we gonna keep it here and we not gonna tell everybody. So I'm gonna tell every goddamn body. I'm gonna put it online. I'm gonna buy an ad on Facebook and I'm gonna put their face on it. I'm gonna do everything. Don't let me find out. So she's like, you going out and you getting F does not get back. You go get rich, then I might be mad, she said. Like, okay, K Money. She being real. Exactly. They accommodate and protect. It's like they're codependent on that person or something. I don't know what that's all about. It's happened so many times. People keep telling me that seems to be like more the norm than the way I'm talking about. Look at Bay. I'm like, wait, what? Someone at work raises their voice at you and you trying to figure out who the fuck they think they talking to. Her expression though, like perfect. You know, because people do get this out of pocket. What do you guys do? How do you guys handle stuff when you're in a meeting? This is common, a recurring problem. I do a lot of online meetings, right? We don't know, the other thing, because people don't want to go nowhere no more. So everything's online on Zoom, Teams, whatever, Google, whatever. People FaceTime, but that's more social. That's not really business. Usually it's Teams or Zoom. And people have a bad habit. They have the little platform where you're supposed to raise your hand when you want to talk, right? But you know what? They just start talking and they just talk over each other and drown each other out and stuff. It's just so rude. But if you have a technique to handle that, please put it in the chat room, even though I'm going to go on and talk about other stuff on the show. I just putting that up as an aside because that's something that I see a lot and is very bothersome. So if you have any tips for dealing with that besides cussing people out, what I usually do is just say, I'm talking, hey, like that. You're being rude, interrupting me. I wasn't finished. I say stuff like that. And then they get quiet. But there must be a better way. They don't have to sound so rogue. Okay. Are y'all seeing this? I didn't even know what to say. So this is crazy. You on a budget. You can't afford no real handcuffs, so you use the plastic. Yes. I'm yeah, that's pretty much what I say, but I say it in a more way. But I'm sure I could make it more classy like she does. But maybe I just don't. Yeah. You don't think that's freaky? Dang, Cece. Cece make you be going, what Cece be doing? Cece, you telling on yourself. Okay, look at dude with them eight out hair. Dude, she used to be bad. She fell off since high school. And this is the dude that's saying it. Dude, not only did you fall off, you fell under the wagon and it rolled over you. Okay, you you don't know, you don't need to be talking about nobody. Okay, nobody. I don't even know what to say. And it's always the ones that be looking like the back end of a barn. They want to be talking about somebody's not cute. Boy, have you looked in a mirror? For real. You nothing to write home about. Here we go with round two of the mug zone. Okay, what is going on with these people? Okay, so this is one of those they funky and stank. Seeing any of these in a dark environment, I would run screaming, or else I would have to get out my ninja knife and prepare for battle. So the question here, like looking at these four mug shots, ladies, saying looks don't matter, huh? Okay, each guy makes 150 grand a year. That ain't shit. That is not enough money to be bothered with this. 150 grand, that ain't shit. To pick your man, or you get a year in jail. I guess I'm going to jail. Yeah, no. Well, I mean, they when they do these kind of, question survey polls, whatever, they try to think, so the mentality of the person is very young, that they think 150 grand is like grand theft money. And right around here in the Bay Area, most people will be making that kind of money that's, working in any kind of corporate environment, you're making 100 to 150, sometimes more. That's not really a lot of money. It might be like if you live in Kansas or something, but in the Bay Area, that ain't shit. There's chump change. You're gonna need a roommate. Okay. So I don't even know what to say. That would not be enough money to entice me to even stand next to them for a photo op. That wouldn't even happen. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So even 150,000 is still low income. I know my ass is low income. I ain't balling no $300,000. If I was, y'all couldn't even talk to me. I'd be thinking I was too much. But yeah, it's just ridiculous how much everything costs here. My friend retired to Missouri. He wants me to move out there too. I'm like, oh, about that. There's a horrible thing there, a horrible presence there called snow and ice. Ooh, that's why I haven't moved to DC where my other brother is. That black ice is scary. I drove on that shit one time and everybody's car was spinning around like it was dun 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 dun. I mean, just like one accident after another. I hit the brakes and pulled over to the side. I was in his four-wheel drive truck and just waited for them on the cars to stop sliding and smashing. And then I crept my way through all the mangled cars, and then we went on back to the house. So yeah, I'm not a fan, not a fan. But yeah, this wouldn't happen here. I think which one that looks the least frightening. I think the guy with the red shirt, his nose and his hairline is kind of scary. But out of all of them, I think he'd be the only one that I could even have a conversation with. The other ones would be too scary. Okay, this was savage. Said this dude is so desperate to get out of this wedding. He's like, I need a woman that can cause drama and stop a wedding on Saturday, and the payment is $2,000. And girlfriend is negotiating. She said, well, make it 3, and I will bring 2 kids that look like the groom. Whoo! That is a business person right there. She's like, oh no, let's up the ante here. I got you. I was like, and she's like, I can just see it now. I wonder what she would do though. I would pay money to see that shit because I love watching drama. I don't want it in my life. I just love to watch it. That's why I watch Korean dramas and Japanese dramas and Taiwanese dramas and Thai dramas. I don't want the drama in my life. I just want to see it on the screen. Yeah, I would stop the wedding. I would do that too. I probably would do the shit for free just to have the video for the channel. But yeah, I could do that. But $2,000 is better. Okay, here go an opportunistic Dusty. Y'all run into your man's friends. A lot of them be this kind of mentality, and y'all thinking, oh, he's a friend. He's our friend. No, he's looking for some ass. When as soon as his boy fucks up, he gonna slide in there, offer his shoulder for you to cry on, and the next thing you know, you gonna be trying to figure out what happened. That's how they do. Look at him with candy, chocolates, and flowers. I saw you deleted all your posts with your boyfriend. Is everything okay? See, offering up that shoulder. Offering up that shoulder to cry on. I know that game now. They do that also if you have somebody in your family that died, like one of your parents or some close relative, something you grieving. Be very careful who you don't let a whole bunch of men come around you because that's the opportunity for them. They see that if you're in a weakened state, vulnerable, and the ones that aren't really they see an opportunity and they're like that sociopath kind, they're gonna take advantage of you. Okay. So be very careful if that you find yourself in that kind of situation. Okay, yeah, I saw your ex, a truly unnecessary piece of information. Oh my God, that is so absolutely positively true. I don't know why people be fixated on that, thinking they need to run and tell you every time they see their ex. I saw your ex is so and so and so and so. Who gives a shit? Is my response. I don't give a shit about that clown. Don't be telling me about what he does. I don't give a fuck about what he does. Are we clear? Don't ever do this shit again. And my friends be like, okay. Well, yeah. You're telling me about that. I don't give a shit. Was the motherfucker dead? If he wasn't dead, then I don't want to know about it. If he was like, belly up with a sheet over his face, I want to know about that. But other than that, don't tell me nothing. It's just unnecessary information. Only thing that's necessary is where his ass is gonna be buried or cremated or something. I do want to know that. Okay, this dude, ooh, the dumbness level is just so high. So he called this gonna text this girl. Come over, let me get you pregnant, he says to her. Okay, that alone would be enough for me to press the block button. But she responds, I have an IUD, she says. He says, damn, stop drinking and driving. I'll pick you up. She puts question marks like, what? And he says, what? That's a DUI. So okay, is he dyslexic? And he says, same shit. Okay, so when you have somebody who's that dumb, ladies, what are you doing? Why would you even let somebody that stupid be in your sphere? Don't you understand that low level of intelligence, that low level of intellect is catching? I mean, it's going to jump off. That stupidness is going to jump off of him onto you. And next thing you know, you're going to be thinking stupid like him too. Are you going to be surrounded by more stupid people because all his friends must be dumb too for them to be friends? You can't have nobody of exceptional intelligence interacting with somebody like this as a good friend, not for long. So you have to think about stuff like that. Why would you be around somebody who's this dumb? Child, okay, that's what I'm saying. Giggles. Because you know that kid's gonna have deficient intellect. I can't do stupid people. I can't do stupid people. It's just not a good thing. Look what she spelled with the food though. She made my man. Yeah, I made my man some brunch. Y'all want some? And then she goes, "What you want some?" I'm like, "Okay, Miss Thing. That's a big ass biscuit in the middle." I made some arroz. You know, it's like this. Is it Guatemalan? I forgot. Some culture, but anyway, it's like it's got this cornmeal, and you put a little bit of cheese in it. You know, the melting cheese, or you could put I guess some people use feta cheese, some people use cheddar cheese. Anyway, it's mixed in there together, and it's the cornmeal mixture, the pre-cooked cornmeal and water, and you know some butter and some salt, and then this cheese, right? And then you cook it, you form it like, and you fry it up in the pan. That shit was good. I split it and put some scrambled eggs and stuff in the middle. I'm like, oh, this is my new favorite food. I don't know. See, I don't know the answer to that question because I don't want to know. I have never, not in one time in my life, asked a man about his ex. You know why? Because I don't give a shit. I don't care what you did with somebody from the past. I don't care what you. I mean, the only thing I guess I need to know is if you know got kids with them, because as we developed a relationship, if we stay kicking it that long, there would be some interaction between me and your children and me and your children's mother. Okay, so that I guess I would need to know. But do I need to know details? No. I just need to know, how you get along with the bitch. Is the bitch crazy? Or is she rational and sane? What's her parenting style? And then we match it. Unless mine is like more strict and she like to let her kids run buck wild, but then I'm gonna be looking at him. Well, how do you parent? And if he's on her page with the buck wildness, see, I got to deuce out on that because I don't like kids being like that wild little heathens. I don't do it. It's not really cornmeal. It's tomorrow I'll make some and then I'll bring them and show you on the screen what it looks like. Call it a repa, arepa. It's really good. I was like, I was grubbing. Okay, here we go to somebody with a low level of intellect again. It's a shame nothing is built in the USA anymore. I just bought a TV and it said built in antenna. I don't even know where that is. Ooh, Lord, save us all from stupidity. Antenna, Texas. Yeah, but if this is DP, this is like the norm. Even when I experience it in business settings, like you say something and people put their own, I don't know, they seem to have some kind of auditory processing problem. They hear the words, but somehow it gets twisted. And when they say, I say, okay, what did you hear me say? And what comes back to you is something completely different. So then I rephrase it and I say it again. And then sometimes you have to do it a third time before they actually finally get it, what you're talking about. And so, and it's not, it's younger people, which you would think that they have better sense, not old people of hard of hearing or some getting Alzheimer's and stuff like that. It's younger people, and so I don't even know what to say. They just have bad understanding, low levels of intellect. They can't connect concepts. They can't reason well. Their sense of taking an action and coming up with possible reactions, that whole process there, they can't do that. They were looking for you to tell them what the right answer is. They don't connect dots very well. They can't see past just what's in front of them. It's just the most interesting. It's like these are people going to be running the country. This is frightening. Okay, look at dude. Look at this big old buffalo. He gonna want to say right to somebody, how big are your tatas? Exactly. Critical thinking. That's the word. She right back. You go first. because you could tell he got some. Yeah, their conversation is like they texted. They were like, because I know one time I was talking to my daughter, LOL. When you on the text you write LOL. We were talking and she said lol. I did a triple take. I said, what did you just say? And she said, lol. I said, what are you saying out loud what you would have texted? And she said, yes. I said, don't you do that shit to me no more. You use real words. Yeah. That only happened one time, but yeah, but that's people talk to you, they want to talk to you like that with these weird acronyms. No, you use words. How about you do that? Okay. Thug. I just got hired at CPS. If y'all want your kids back, cash at me. Somehow I could see somebody doing this. I could see somebody doing that. Oh my God. It's always a racket in the hood. Everybody got a game afoot. Everybody. It's always some shit. This girl, she just straight up gave up. She's like, I should get a check for my taste in men because this has to be a disability. Oh shit. Yeah, ain't nobody said it right. She was like, I want the little crumb snatchers back. Let them stay over there in foster care. Ooh, it has to be a disability. I know that's right, girlfriend. Okay. So just let one final reminder on how to send in content for upcoming shows. We're going to be doing this on Friday nights through the month of September. So we got a few more shows to go. So we're always looking for content. And we look for content actually throughout the year because, when I first start for the next season, I have to prepare a show or two, to get everything going. So I need some content for that. So I can't wait until we actually start recruiting for stuff, submissions. So now we get into our Savage Award winners. Now, the way that we do things on this channel is there's like, we call them Savage Award winners. They're like runner-ups. They're savage, but they're not the most savage. And then at the end, then we give the savage, like gold-plated, gold star, you just win it all kind of folks. Okay, those come at the end. Okay, so here we go with the Savage Award winners for this week, August 31st. She said, my ex used to speak 4 languages: English, useless, lies, and nonsense. Woo! How many ladies also had men who was multilingual in that way? I've had some. They'd be speaking so much nonsense, but I would have put like lies, bullshit. I would have been my choice of words, but this is more PG. Same thing though. Cremation is my last hope for a smoking hot body. Well, damn. I guess that would be your last hope because ain't too much happening after that. Oh my God. Look at this dog. This was so funny. Please help, lost dog. And there's the dog peeping around the corner. Me posting dramatic shit for attention. He got that doggy smile. He is seriously laughing. Oh, I thought this was too funny. Oops. They say bro is never gonna love nobody again. So here go bro texting, the more whys someone has in their hey, the more interested they are in you. With that being said, hey, he writes. And she responds, he, with no whys at all, not even one. So it's like he just got, okay, that you ain't getting no play here, son. Let's move it along. Yes, these are the award winning. These are the Savage Award winners. We still have the grand prize winners at the end, but these are the runner ups. Okay, like, you women, you be crying over a man who reads at a third grade level. He's not ignoring your text. He's sounding it out. Give him a minute. E, 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 e. Oh, good Lord. And this, I think is this the last one? I don't know. Says, I don't break up happy homes, but if you're on Section 8, he ain't supposed to be there anyway. Right? So you can't complain. Might have just saved your Section 8 if he gets kicked out or leaves. Save you and your kids from being homeless. I know some stupid bras that did. They let the man move in. They lost their voucher. Now these are very, young girls, low income, who've got 2 or 3 kids. Don't have no place to go and had to end up staying in like somebody's garage and all this kind of stuff like that. So them kids end up in foster care because she can't provide for them. All because she let a dusty move into her Section 8 apartment that's supposed to be just for her and the kids. And they don't play because so many people want those vouchers. Now everybody's in economic crisis. So many people want those vouchers, so they looking for you to fuck up so they can take it back. So you girls that do this kind of shit, you stupid. And you think you could trust everybody who knows that you're doing such a thing? Don't be surprised when the housing authority police show up and serve you you got 30 days to get the fuck out of their shit. And you would have done it to yourself. Okay. Ooh, girl. No, girl. No. Don't tell me it's look how cute she is. And this is how bad I don't want to work. That guy has got to be 80, 70 something. He old. She couldn't be any older than 30. Her man is living there, but she can't pay the rent even with him there. Oh, hell to the no. He really is a dusty. You don't even want to pay that $58 rent. Ooh, Lord, if I could just get me a Section 8 apartment or some subsidized something, I would be happy. Ooh, I would have so much money. But yeah, look at this poor little child right here. It looks like he got a dog on his lap. I see some ears sticking up there. Might be a cat, but I think it's more of a dog ears. $133 a month, and they can't pay that? They must be on pharmaceuticals, so their money is going elsewhere. And he's like, damn, you could pick up cans and bottles and make that rent. That's nothing. Wow. She's like, okay, so here we go. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting to fix that. Today's grand prize winners. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber to the Debsterism channel. And be back here tomorrow. We're going to do this tomorrow, starting at 5 p.m. Pacific time. It's 8 if you're on the East Coast and 7 if you're Central time, Texas and all in there. Okay? But this is what we're going to talk about. It should be interesting. So let's move on to our grand prize winners. Somebody referred to the kids as sexually transmitted dependents, STD. Oh, God. It's true, though, they are. Huh? Oh, man. I thought that was pretty. That was a savage thing to say. So here she goes. She's traveling to Texas. So she's like, oh, I want to go to Texas in August. Now, what you're supposed to be doing if you're in Texas is leaving in August. You don't go to Texas in August. You're crazy. How is the weather there around that time? So dude texts her back, have you ever been cremated? And he is so right. That's how it feels. You step out your house, right? You all showered and stuff, the AC going. So, the second you step out and turn to lock your door and you start going towards your car, you break out in a sweat. You can't breathe because the air is so hot in your lungs and you feel like you're going to faint. That is summer in Houston. I don't know about the rest of Texas. It was just ridiculous. So every summer I did not spend it. I was deuced out and back in California. I'd never be so happy. Like you come to the San Francisco airport, right? And that layer of fog laying across the bay. I'd be like, thank you. Oh my God. I'd be so happy to see that fog. Okay. And this is the winner, the absolute winner of the show, hands down. Have you ever looked at somebody and think to yourself, God just be making anybody? couldn't stop laughing. Said this was brilliant. God just be making anybody. Wow. Yeah, they do. That's the part that just I don't get it. ADD, all different daddies. Damn, Boget. Yes, God just be making anybody. So that is it for today's show. So see, we're supposed to end in August, but oh well, that's not gonna happen. It's gonna end in September. And you send your stuff in if you find something that's interesting to survivingdating@gmail.com and make the subject line DNN. Okay, DNN. And there you go. That's it for today. But we'll be back tomorrow with our discussion about the 150 red flags that these singles admitted to having seen and ignored willfully. Just, I don't know, just decided they wanted a relationship more than they wanted to make sure that the person they were having a relationship with had some sense. They just wanted, quote, a relationship, I guess. I don't know what that was all about. But yeah, this was a good one. Thanks everybody for your submissions. Looking forward to more. And like I said, next week I will have a co-host for the first time ever. But she send in the majority of the slides every week. We wouldn't really be having much of a show without her, so we're gonna have Raquel on here, and so she can talk about help me talk about some of these crazy people in their slides, their images and graphics and stuff. So you guys have a good evening. I'll see you tomorrow here at 5 p.m. Pacific time.